Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Bruce Williams, and today I want to do a video comparing two really cool Seiko divers that are affordable and very similar. This is my beloved beater, the SKX 009, and my newest Seiko, the SRP 775, the new Turtle. Okay, so let me show you both of these watches up close and side by side so you can get a good look at both of them. And as I'm talking and just sharing my thoughts about the two, I will drop in some photos to just kind of highlight some of the similarities and differences in the things that I'm mentioning. Both of these are really, really great watches. They offer good value, a lot of watch for money, and I've highly enjoyed using both. Although they are very similar looking, I think that there are some subtle differences that set them apart, and I can justify having both of these in my collection and be very happy wearing each one of them, because each watch has some things that is done better than the other. There's strengths and drawbacks to each of them. And so let me just get into that. Let me start with the SKX. The SKX, this is a great watch. This has been my beater for a long time. I've worn this hard, I've used it, I've loved it, I've abused it, and I haven't held back, and it's really performed really, really well. You can see I put a little scratch in the hard Lugs crystal. I've got some dents and dings in the bezel. I have not, like I said, I've worn this hard, and it really is just stood up really well. And that's my favorite thing about the SKX, is it's just kind of like a no worries watch. You don't have to worry about it. You can use it in any activity, and it's just going to be faithful. I've worn this exercising, hiking, swimming, camping, playing sports, you name it. I'll drop in a little video clip of my daughter, my toddler, taking this watch and just throwing it down the stairs. And I show you this just to tell you this is how I feel about this watch. You really don't have to worry about it. It will just take anything you dish out and just perform very, very admirably. And that's my favorite thing about the SKX. It really just instills confidence. It instills pride. It takes anything you throw at it and it just runs with it. So love my SKX. That's my favorite thing about it. Things that are done better on the SKX than the Turtle. Well, it is the less expensive watch, and so you can't expect a whole lot of things done better when it comes to execution. But I do have to say that the bezel is actually done nicer on my SKX than on the Turtle. Let me show you what I mean here. Both of them have the same bezel teeth, the same font, but for some reason the bezel is it's nicer machined on the SKX, so the grip is actually a lot more grippy, and the bezel is easier to turn. There's no, well, I mean, there's a little bit of play, but there's no rough spots or anything. It's all smooth, and if you look there, it lines up perfectly. My bezel pip, my chapter ring, and my indice, there is no misalignment, and I'm really, really glad, because some SKXs, they do have some misalignment, but mine is just awesome, and it's done nicer than the Turtle. Let me show you the Turtle just so you know what I'm talking about. The machining is just more smooth, so the grip isn't as good, and it's a little harder to grip because it is on this really, although it's cool, it's a really big bulbous case, and the action just isn't quite as easy and as smooth as on the SKX. And then the big thing is the alignment. You can see it's really out of whack, which is ridiculous. It's actually really frustrating how bad that execution is with how misaligned the chapter ring, the bezel, and the indice is. But that's really the only spot where the Turtle is subpar to the SKX, is just the bezel grip, action, and alignment. Other than that, it really kind of takes the great things about the SKX and just brings it up a level. And let me show you what I'm talking about. It has nicer case finishing. The lines are more crisp and defined. The brushing is a little bit more deep, if you can see here in the video. The movement has hacking and hand winding, which the SKX does not have. The crown action is a little bit more pleasant and less difficult to rethread. Some owners of the SKX have a hard time rethreading their crown. The turtle's a little bit more smooth. So I really like the fact that it has hacking and hand winding. In my movement, it's running plus 3 seconds per day, which is absolutely astounding, especially for a $350 watch. I'm really, really lucky to get an accurate movement out of the box. And I know a couple other guys that have this watch over the forums and Facebook groups, and they're also getting really, really good accuracy. So that's a big plus. Also, we have drilled lugs here on the watch case, which is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of drilled lugs. I love the way it looks. I love how practical and functional it is. So it's great to see that here on this really cool retro design. Both of them have really thick spring bars, you know, the fat Seiko spring bars. They don't have the shoulder or the collar on the ends, so you do have to get the correct tool. And then if you have the correct tool, it really isn't an issue, but just be aware of that. Also, a big plus on the turtle is just going to be the dimension to the dial. You can see the dial is very well executed. The printing has some nice asymmetry to it. And then if you see those indices, they really pop. I love the metallic surround. I love the super thick printed Lume. And that brings it to another thing that the turtle kind of excels the SKX in. Both have absolutely fantastic lume, you know, really the best in the business. Glows green, glows bright, glows a long time. But that new Seiko formula, it's something special. I'd say it's just a little bit brighter, and it definitely lasts longer. I really, really like the lume on my turtle. It's just so cool and so vibrant. Really one of my favorite things about the watch is that new Lume. Other than that, I do have to mention one other thing that's kind of a big deal. So the SKX, you know, it is the more affordable watch at around $170, $180. I have the K version, the lesser expensive one. And to really make it shine, you've got to buy an aftermarket strap. You know, the Seiko offerings, they just leave you wanting. The bracelet's comfortable, but it's cheap feeling. The strap is nice and functional, but it's kind of hard and it's kind of long and it's kind of wide too. So I put this on a NATO, and I wear it mostly on NATO because it looks great and it's very, very comfortable. But you really got to spend around $100 to make your SKX shine. You know, you got to get some NATOs, or you got to get a strap code, Super Jubilee or Super Oyster or Endmill or Engineer. So that brings the total price to close to $300 to really make the SKX shine. Whereas on the turtle, you know, yeah, you're spending more. You're getting, you know, you're spending $350, $400, but you are getting nicer execution. You are getting a hacking and hand winding movement. And most importantly, you're actually getting good factory strap options. I have it here on this NATO just for the comparison, so they look similar. But let me show you the bracelet. Bracelet is made in China, but it's very solid and it's well machined. And you know, we have thick, solid links, solid end links. End links fit really well against the case. There's no play. It's nice, snug fit. You have a good fold-over flip-lock clasp with highly adjustable with those micro adjustments, and you have a dive extension here at the top. So really great bracelet option. And then the silicone strap that the turtle can also come on is very soft, supple, and comfortable, and it is superior to the rubber strap that you buy on the SKX. So yeah, you're spending more, but you're also getting more. And those are really kind of the main differences. Just with my experience using these both, I love them both, and I think the subtleties are, the differences are big enough to where I justify having both of these in my collection. I'm not going to be selling either one. I enjoy wearing these just for different occasions more. You know, I love my beater SKX that I just don't worry about, that I can love and abuse and wear hard, and it just keeps ticking. And those days where I want to have, you know, something retro, something bold, something really, really cool, I pull my Turtle out because this is a great, great watch. It does offer good value for money despite that ridiculous misalignment. Everything else about the watch is really, really cool. So I'm going to be keeping both. I enjoy both. If I could only have one in my collection, excuse me, I would choose the Turtle. You know, those little upgrades, they do make a difference. And I do really enjoy the Turtle. I would seriously miss the SKX though if I only had the Turtle. If you guys, if budget's an issue, if you know spending 200 bucks is a big deal, go with the SKX. You really won't be disappointed. It's a great watch. If you know $300-400 is not an issue, I say go with the Turtle because you're really getting a lot of watch for your money, and I really like it. I think it's going to be popular, and I think it's going to do well over the years. There's some good color options and offerings available. So that's my those are my thoughts regarding the two. Both awesome watches, very comfortable, very practical, very cool, and really a lot of bang for buck. So you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you'd like me to elaborate on any of the things I've touched on, I'd be more than happy to. I'd really like to know what you guys think of these watches. Do you have one? Do you have both? Are you planning on getting one? Let me know your thoughts. I'd really like to interact with you guys. So stay tuned for more watch videos. I will keep them coming, and thanks for watching.